You live in this absolutely amazing, magical place next to a lake. How long have you been here for?
I have lived here about 10 years now. It's quiet and it's relaxing.
And place to work, where do you mostly do everything from your home?
I do my woodwork. I've got a workshop for that, which is about 100 meters from my house. And then I do all the painting in my house, mostly at night when my child is asleep. So I am blessed to be a mom that can work from home. When I design a house, it depends on what the client's budget is, whether it's going to be 2 rooms or 4 rooms or 6 or 9 is the biggest ones I make. And then when they say 4 room is the most popular one. And I've got about 6 different shapes of 4-room houses that I make. So yeah, it all depends on what the customer would like.
And what is the first stage of production of a doll's house?
Okay, I draw up the plans, the wood I need to cut. I use 9mm super wood. Another one of 33. Then I've made a template of the windows, so it's easy to cut out. It's because I make lots of houses. It's 10 centimeters from the bottom and 10 from the side. So that, draw a line there for the second story. That's the window. Same for the other panel. The reason for the super wood is it's easy to work with. It's quite a soft wood, so it cuts easy. I use a jigsaw or bandsaw. For the nails, use a nail gun. Nails go in easy, and it's easy to finish off. Cut the windows to make a small hole for the jigsaw. make a hole, kind of halfway, about 12 centimeters in the middle, and just mark it off. Same with all four.
And the next stage then, once you've cut all the pieces, is putting the house together.
I then put the house together, yes. I use more wood glue and then 25mm nails, nail gun. And then when there is balconies, I will use screws, but I prefer using the nail gun. It's a strong finish, and then once you add the back as well, it makes it more sturdy. This is where you actually need somebody to help you. I'm used to doing it on my own. And then I want my rooms to be 33 high. I just mark them off 33. above the line. Square. Oh, pretty straight. Now this side. Okay, so 22 or 48. One side, and then see if it's straight first.
Yeah.
Okay, and then that one goes over. Okay, so this side is the front where the roof is complete. Then take 3mm hardboard. Different rooms because I'm going to make them different colors, the background. And then I'm just going to sew that out. But I prefer to use a water-based PVA. In South Africa we get a Plascon Glow, which is a good brand. It's got a varnish, so if there is spills in the house and if it does get dirty, it's easy to wipe down.
And how do you choose the colors?
The colors, the customer gives me a basic color, or the little girl says she wants her house, say, pink and purple like this one. And then I just mix my own colors to make them all unique. They're all different. I can never do the same color twice. Yes.
So how many coats of paint does each house get?
Generally 2 coats, I would say. Sometimes if it's white, the wood does come through, so you need three layers, but mostly 2 layers.
What sort of brushes do you use?
I prefer artist brushes rather than rollers. I know roller is easy, but for me to cut in, it's just neater with the brushes. And painting is quite relaxing.
How long does it generally take you to paint a 3-4 bedroom house?
The 4-bedroom house, to paint the house is about 3 hours. I paint and then I do the other colour, so the roof and the shutters, and then I go back to where I made mistakes and I paint over that, and yeah. Which is like wood glue, but just diluted with a bit of water, so it just sticks the paper on neatly, and then you put a layer on afterwards as well, just to seal it.
And is it like a wallpaper glue or something?
Yeah, it's people use it for decoupage and around and leave it on its back for a while for the glue too. There's our house. Next stage, yeah, I do the house and then I cut out the back, and then it is making the furniture, and that also depends on what the client would like. There's 2-bedroom house that we made. The lady wanted a kitchen and a bedroom, but they can say they want a sitting room or a bathroom, playroom. Yeah, so depending on what the client wants, I then make the furniture. And for the furniture I try to use the off-cut woods because it's small, obviously. Yeah, and just reuse. So out of stuff.
Yeah.
Let's go to Cape Town. I love buying in bulk.
How do you design the furniture?
Oh, that's come a long way. I started with basic designs, and I've learned what works and what doesn't work and what breaks easily. Because for me, it needs to look good, but it also needs to last. Otherwise, it's useless.
You've got some bedclothes and things that need sewing. Do you do the sewing yourself?
I don't do the sewing. I cannot do sewing. I tried. My 83-year-old grandmother does all the sewing for me, and like my houses, she makes every duvet she makes different. So it's not mass produced. It's one at a time, all made differently with lots of love. Most of the furniture is white, but then also depending on your background paper you chose, I add some color. Normally 2 layers of paint, and then it's the decorating, which takes quite a long time. That I all do different. I do little portraits for the walls, carpets. Sometimes I knit, sometimes I use material. Yeah, the curtains as well. It's off-cut pieces of material, cloth because it's small. Like podge, food stuff for the kitchen.
What does podge mean?
Podge is just a basic way you can cut out any picture that you see in a magazine or booklet, and you stick it onto wood very securely, and then you can saw it out. With stuff everywhere. Like a washing basket, laundry basket. I think that's fine.
what is that, a key holder?
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
placemat.
Just stick them all on for the transport, otherwise everything will be loose.
It's a candle. With the glass. Brilliant.
And Smarties. Now all we need is curtains.
And once the house is made and all the furniture is made and in painting done, How do you get the houses to your customers?
I courier all over South Africa. Use mostly Courier Guy or ITT Courier. I have not yet couriered overseas, but I'm sure that can be done as well. Unfortunately, these houses can't be flat packed, but yeah, we just bubble wrap them really well.